What up guys, so I have got the mod for you today. I picked up a JQWerks quick release race wheel. I've been super excited to get this. I think I was number 2 on the list for the manual versions, and I'm gonna do an install video. It's been a while. Now there are a couple things with this that I am 50-50 about, right? So it does delete your airbags. And I'm not a big advocate of deleting your airbags or having race wheels in cars that you daily drive. I've been conflicted about the whole no airbag thing, but I do keep all my controls as the OEM wheel does, which is one of the reasons why I really like this wheel. And I was lucky enough to see this wheel in Invasion of LA, and I was able to meet with Sean and then some of the guys from JQWerks that made the wheel, and they were able to talk about some of it and show it off, and that sort of convinced me that this is the wheel that I want. But yeah, big shout out to Sean at Mashimaro and the guys at JQWerks for getting me the wheel so fast. I know that you guys have been getting tons of orders, and so I really appreciate you guys getting me on the list as soon as possible for the 6-speed manual. All right, so as I open this box and we have part, what I'm going to show you, a bunch of junk, but we have the actual piece that holds the steering wheel, and we'll be opening this in a second. It's all really good packaging, so nothing will get damaged, and this looks like the airbag delete kit that they include with their steering wheel setup. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but what's going to happen is one of these plugs is actually for the airbag, and the other plug will be for programming, or quote-unquote programming, the other 2 buttons on the top, and we'll show you that. As I open this up, we have all the stickers and whatnot. They have my purchase date, signature of authenticity, there we go. I can speak English. And then what car it was for, what product. We have some tools, some of the screws right here. We have the holder that will tighten the steering wheel when we're putting the bolt in. And this is the main part. So this is what holds the steering wheel in the column, and it looks fantastic. I'm trying to make sure it shows up in lighting well, but it looks great. We'll do a little ASMR. All right, and as far as the steering wheel goes, I have a Momo here. As I'm trying to unbox, the cat always keeps trying to join in. Get. Why do you keep joining? So as I whip this out. So what I have here is a cat. All right, so what I got here is the Momo Monte Carlo Alcantara. It's not what they give you as a standard in the package for the Momo set. Normally you would get the Momo Mod 78, and I don't particularly like that one as much because it has a giant Momo logo right here, and on this one you get the smaller engraved Momo logo there. I'm not sure if you can really see that. So yeah, I want the Alcantara still. The standard Monte Carlo comes in leather, but you can get it in Alcantara. There's also 2 size choices of 320 and 350. I chose 350 as the OEM size is 373 millimeters, I believe. So this will be closest to OEM. And I actually really like the diameter of the OEM size. I think 320 was going to be slightly too small for me. And just so you can get an idea of what this may look like, so that is it attached with the actual quick release, and it looks absolutely fantastic. All right, so I'm not sure how well this is going to show up, but have my camera mounted off to the above us. We're going to sort of talk about this, right? So here we have the Mad Trace quick release. Sounds really high quality. Got the nice clicks, got the nice knobs, and then you have the pins on the inside. I'm not sure if you can really see that on camera or if it's translating well. Yeah, so there's that. Then we have the actual quick release hub assembly. I'm gonna leave them in the bag till I go and install it, but essentially this goes on the hub, this goes here and attaches, and the quick release attaches to this right here. And then we'll talk about that more when we go and install it. Now, what else you're gonna get in the packaging is, of course, the airbag release or airbag light disable kit. And then this other one, the smaller one, allows you to program these two buttons, and they give you the pins and wires for it. So you can actually program these to be, you know, something directly that's built into the car, or you can get them to trigger something that is aftermarket. So for instance, if you have a purge for NOS, or not NOS, but nitrous, you can actually use it for one of these with a switch or solenoid, and then just wire this to it, line lock, you know, etc. Then you have sets of bolts. This set is to attach these two pieces together. And then this set is for the steering wheel itself. Now, here's the tool to get those on. And we have the last piece right here. And what this does is it will attach to the main hub like so. And then when you do that, you hold it to torque down the hub to the car itself. We're going to put this back, make sure it doesn't get scratched up. They sent it to us so nicely packaged. Now what they also sent us is the instructions and a bunch of stickers. Now a bunch of these stickers right here are actually for these buttons here, or like to replace some of these up here or down here. Yeah, so they gave us a good looking set. I don't know really much what else to say about that, but nice sticker set. And then these stickers, wherever you want to put them. Cool little set of stickers they sent us. Now, as I hold this up, this is my Momo steering wheel, which I have explained before. And I'm gonna go ahead and attach it to the quick release before we get in the car. That way we can see what it looks like attached. And of course you'll want to do opposite ends to tighten. So like a star pattern for your wheels, tighten or get them snug, and then we'll tighten it down after the fact. Now you might want to use some minor Loctite just so these don't come loose. Do this as is for now and see if that's gonna be a problem. All right, I actually pulled out the instructions just in case to see if it said anything about Loctite. It does not. So per instructions in step 7, position and align the steering wheel onto the control hub. Proceed to insert and tighten 6 provided M5 35mm bolts to secure it in place. So off camera, I actually just went through and tightened all of these just in case. I went over them a couple times to make sure that they didn't get loose as certain sides got tightened, and they didn't. Do it again just to show you. Now, you might have noticed that this time with this steering wheel, I didn't put a color lock Alcantara protectant on it. And I think I'm gonna try it without it this time, just because of how cheap this wheel is. You can get this wheel for about 250 bucks. So if it becomes ruined, you can replace it pretty cheap. Yeah, that's the best part about this, where you keep the whole hub assembly if your wheel gets damaged, or if your wheel is, you know, scuffed up or getting super dirty to where you can't clean it, you can't bring the Alcantara back to life. You can just replace the whole wheel, which is really, really cool. Yeah, so that being said, the color lock that I had used made the Alcantara not feel as soft anymore, and I I mean, what's the point of having Alcantara if you can't really feel how nice it is? So we're gonna avoid using it. I had talked to some guys at Obsessed Garage. They say they don't actually use the Color Lock waterproof protectant. They just make sure the wheel stays clean, and then they just clean it more often rather than use that protectant. So we're gonna try it that way this go around, and thank you, Bryce from Obsessed Garage, for giving me that suggestion, and that way I can enjoy the feel of this steering wheel. Man, now I wish I sort of just turned off all the lights and filmed with this light only. Yeah, I'll show you this wheel again now with the lighting. As you can see, very, very nice. That sound in the background are my cats trying to escape. Very nice quick release. And as you see here, high quality steering wheel. Now, by the time you guys see this video, the wheel will probably be installed for a while. I'll be able to post another video of my day-to-day with this steering wheel. And I'm hoping that, you know, it's spectacular, very positive, whatnot. I know a bunch of guys that I follow, Regima and whatnot, all have this wheel already. F82 Venom, pretty much all the guys in Cali. All the guys in Cali already have this. You guys got it all before the guys on the East Coast, except for R44 Performance. They got one at the event. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure the overwhelming consensus is that the wheel is fantastic and everything works great. But I'm curious to see how it feels, especially since I don't get the paddles with this, and those paddles sound absolutely amazing. All right, so most of you will already know this, but you gotta take the negative off. We've already done that. Got the towel there ready to go. Don't close your trunk. And I'm pretty sure most of you will know how to take this out from previous videos of mine. So we're not gonna show you that, but I'll show you what else we'll have to do. All right, so this is where it's gonna start getting a little bit different. We need a pry tool to open this up and down. And then we need to get to a plug back here. All right, we got this broken loose. I think you gotta get both sides, or if you can get it loose enough on this one, it should come apart. Not sure if you're gonna be able to see this, but I've already pushed it past. So you have this clip here, and there's another one identical. You're gonna actually push these out a little bit, like outwards on each side, and pull straight down, and then your whole plastic piece is going to come apart. That's as far as you need it. So we need to unplug this plug, and there's a little pin on the back. You pull it back like so, and out of the two plugs in this bag, like I said, this one right here, it will only go in one way, and this is your airbag delete. So this goes like so, and then we're gonna tuck this under when we put this back. So per instructions, you're gonna put this towards the back, and I'm hoping it doesn't get caught anywhere. So we'll try this and see. Just like that. Here's some loud clips. As so. There's step one. What we're gonna do is, as you see here, there's a hole, and that's for the plugs. So we're gonna route these plugs through, as so. So the plugs are in, and then we're actually gonna go ahead and connect them. This one here. Actually be very careful with the clock spring, because if you spin it, it is a problem. So definitely don't do that. I'm going to hold in position as I plug it in. These are very sensitive, so be very careful as so. And as I hold this there, I am going to put this in. And this piece only goes in one way. And then we take the bolt that we took out and put this in the center. And this will be torqued to 50 foot-pounds per JQWerks instructions. This is the tool to tighten it, and then you're going to use the bolts that normally hold this quick release there. So we're going to line this up right here. All right, 50 foot-pounds. Take these bolts out. They get a little tight from the torque, so that's a little normal. This is going to sit is like so. So the curved part to the top, and if you see here, there's a little key, so that's going to be the top. And then you'll want to do like your wheels, star pattern, and like on the steering wheel before that I showed you guys, star pattern or across from each other. I'm just going to get these snug for now, and then we'll tighten them accordingly. I'm being very careful because I'm OCD, so I don't want to get my stuff all scratched up, and it's going to bother me. I know it's under there, but so now that it's snug, I'm going to tighten accordingly. And I'll just check over some of these other ones. All good. So nice and pretty. From here, I'm going to put in the actual steering wheel, pull in the quick release, and adjust your steering wheel back to where it was. There you have it. Brand new steering wheel installed, the Mad Trace. I think it looks fantastic. Very close to me, and this is me pushed all the way back. So my seating position might change a little bit. Smaller wheel for sure. If I can grab my OEM size. As you see here, I don't know if you can tell on camera, this is the normal size, this is the 377, and then mine's the 350. If you opt for the one that they normally give you, it's 320, so it'll be even smaller than this. I think if you're dailying the car, it's probably best that you get the 350. All right, so as you see, this is my normal seating position. If Rudy can pull it back a little bit to show, you're gonna see wires, we got lighting. But this is where my normal seating position is. It looks a little bit closer to me, right? So it's more race car feel. And then we're gonna turn it on. Lights up as so. Looks pretty cool. Let me start up the car. You're probably hearing the exhaust, but I wanna just show you what it can or can't do. So we have resume. I'll hold it. This is my boot mode, so I am able to still go into that mode. Now I'm trying to see if I can toggle it, which I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that anymore. Up and down. Yeah, I think I lost that functionality, the up and down. Because this right here sort of changed. Now we have M1, as you see here. Turn that off. M2, of course. So I did it backwards there. I can still call. Now, I'm trying to see if okay, so I can raise and lower the volume. I can change the audio modes. So the only functionality that I seem to have lost is the up and down toggles. And that was for what you normally did for a cruise control. And for boot mode, it doesn't really matter because if you have the dongle, you can select 1, 2, 3. I can still check, like hold and check to see what mode I'm in, but there's no like half click or anything anymore. So like I can't hold to see like my what am I thinking of? Oh, my E85 content. So that sort of goes away. What I did notice here is if I click on the volume, that's sort of like getting the next track on the volume key. So I can keep hitting the volume and it'll go to the next track. And again, we can always program these two to do other things. So if I want to do my ethanol content, I can do this one. If I want to change tracks, I can do these up here. Or if I want to change the modes, I can try to trigger it through these up here. So overall, not too bad. Like I said, if you have boot mode, a lot of the steering wheel features you can still use, of course, because you're just going to do it off your phone instead. And of course, once you're all done, you can just take it off. Easy peasy. Or we'll put it back on. It's going to take getting used to where it is, but it's like that. Very secure. It's not going anywhere.
Yep.
So we're going to go on our first drive. Show you that these lights they dim with the dash itself. Oh, the steering wheel feels nice. Oh my god. People not paying attention. It's weird how small the steering wheel is. It feels way different in the hand. The BMW ones are always very large, so you gotta get used to it. Also, something else I noticed that is very different. The turn signal areas, usually you can just put your finger there and tap on it. I can't really do that anymore. I have to like reach for it now.
You drive a BMW.
I guess. Not wrong. But yeah, so that's how much closer it is. So normally you're back here, you're able to put your finger on it. With this, it's, like I said, further back, you see the gap here. Active blind spot malfunction detected. Interesting. That's not good. I do want to bring up a couple things with the steering wheel that I did notice while going on the first drive. So pretty much what happens is if you have blind spot detection on your car, it's not really going to work anymore because you're losing your airbag and you're losing your vibration in your steering wheel if you have an OEM wheel. And apparently those two coincide with the blind spot mirrors, so you'll actually get an error. Now, something else that I noticed was that if you sometimes turn the car off and on real quickly, you'll get a cruise control error. Now, I've only had this happen once, and I asked JQWerks about it. They said it normally happens if you disconnect the steering wheel while the car is on, and it's just a warning, and then it'll clear itself as you drive. Now, that's not a big deal. Like I said, that didn't really bother me per se because it cleared out so quickly. But the blind spot mirroring sort of does because I use it quite a bit. But I'm going to work with Remote Beamer, one of the guys that codes stuff on my car, and see if we can work our way around it. That way we can keep the actual mirror lights to work, and that way it just disables the steering wheel function side. But I'll keep you guys updated on that.